first one is success matters, failure is inconsequential. So that's actually by a guy named Vinod Khosla. He started a company called Sun Microsystems. Number 2 is how to start a startup. So once again, it's how to start a startup by Y Combinator. So I had the good fortune, so when I joined a company called Buttercoin back in 2013, 2014, they had just come out of Y Combinator. And a few years ago, they decided to make all of their content free and available for the whole world. And it's called How to Start a Startup. So you just Google that and in Y Combinator, I'll put a link down below and you can access it. The next one is read the Bitcoin white paper. So if you're gonna start a Bitcoin company, there's a lot of translations of what Bitcoin is and what people think it is. One of the best places to get really the kind of the heart of what we're talking about here is to read the Bitcoin white paper, and if you're able to understand code, to read the source code itself. Alright, so number 4, it's important to learn a bit of coding and to just kind of at least be able to understand the parameters of it so that you're able to better navigate. Number 5 is hire or partner with the best lawyers you can find. So when we started our company UnoCoin back in 2012, we knew that the Bitcoin had immense potential and that government bodies would eventually find their way to Bitcoin, and you would need to have the best partners that you could find. And we were fortunate enough, we ended up doing this Bitcoin event. Maybe I'll share some pictures of it, called the Global Bitcoin Conference in December 2013, where we had launched UnoCoin, and it was amazing. Number 6, build a community. Build a community. At the end of the day, this isn't about you. It's about you building a technology or a platform that others can benefit from. So to be around others and to be able to get feedback from them, to get their honest response is always important. And number 7 is find co-founders. And the best way to find co-founders, again, is to build a community so that you can, kind of start working on little mini projects with different groups of people and start seeing who you can kind of connect with so you can continue down that path with them. Number 8, scratch your own itch. So within the Bitcoin ecosystem, thinking about problems that exist in the ecosystem or just that exist in your life with respect to, let's say, Bitcoin. So when I was living in India, for example, in 2012, we were unable to purchase Bitcoin easily. So that was a problem for us. And so we decided, well, why don't we solve that problem? And hence, UnoCoin came to exist. Number 9, network like a pro. Yeah, so it's so important to get out there and really just network and meet people, and again, not to just sit behind your computer, but when this coronavirus passes, to go out there and spend time with people, because I really do believe, even now, we're in the midst of the coronavirus, there are tools that you can use to connect with others, and just always staying in touch is critically important. Number 10, build an MVP and seek product market fit. So we could probably do a video on each of these topics, but number 10 is essentially, so once you identify a problem, the key is to build a minimum viable product, a product that is not very time consuming or resource consuming or expensive, and something that you can just build and kind of be able to show the world, like, look, this is kind of what I'm talking about here. But it's not just like a PowerPoint presentation, it's actually a working solution. And once you have that, then what happens, something beautiful happens, is that you can put it out in the market and start seeing if there's product market fit. And I believe the definition is 5 to 7% growth per week. You're gonna then want to kind of measure the growth rate from week to week, just to try and keep an eye on what's actually happening to your product. Anyway, just to sum up once again, so success matters, failure is inconsequential. That was number one. Number two is look up how to start a startup. It's probably the best resource on starting a startup. Number three, read the Bitcoin white paper, and maybe more than a few times, try and understand the code. And number four is learn the code so you can understand the code a bit better and be able to converse with engineers and others. Also, look at hiring the best lawyers you can find in the country. Number six is build a community. Number seven is find co-founders that you can get along with and that are your friends. Like, you don't want to be working with people that you don't get along with. Number eight is scratch your own itch. Number nine is network like a pro. And number 10 is build an MVP and seek product market fit. So if you like this video, be sure to subscribe and hit like, and we'll be coming out with more content. Boom.